Okay, so two things before we move on. Elephant in the room. Yes, we both did wear Godzilla shirts today. No, we did not plan it.
Nope.
Here's mine.
Yeah, I mean, Nate and I actually picked this shirt up for Dakota that came from Osaka. It's so sick, dude. I hope you like it. We saw that shirt and it's from Osaka in this area called...
Osaka is one of the big places he stomps around in the movies.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's in an area called Shinsekai, which means a new world.
Okay.
But the name's funny because it's an area that all is like stuck in 80s Japan. I think you would love it. It's such a cool area.
80s Japan is so unique. I love the 80s Japan aesthetic.
You would love this area. But we saw this shirt and we're like, I brought Nate over to it and I'm like, bro, do you think Dakota would like this? And we're both like, yeah, we got to get it.
I love it. It's one of my favorite shirts.
I
got a lot of neat shirts for like Christmas and all that. I got this one. My wife got me a Buggy the Clown shirt.
Oh, we haven't seen that yet. We've seen the Crash one.
I'm not entirely sure where it's at. I also have my new Dragon shirt that I was going to wear today, like not Dragon from One Piece, that I was going to wear today. But then I was like, well, this Godzilla shirt's not dirty. I want to wear that.
Good call.
And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, it was a good call.
At this point.
Mine came from my mom for Christmas. But I really like it.
It's really good.
I like the fit is one of the reasons I wear it a lot.
Comes from the depths of the ocean to bring terror to the world.
That's right. This is an evil Godzilla. He's bringing terror. He's not fighting Mothra or whatever.
Godzilla himself isn't inherently evil. He's a force of nature.
Well, on this shirt, he's evil.
Okay.
The next thing I wanted to talk about today...
I'm sorry.
Is there another thing?
I did have one thing just because you brought up hyper obsessions.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to mention my current hyper obsession.
Okay.
I don't have to go deep on it, but I've been like obsessed with the Titanic lately.
Really?
Yeah, I like just going down rabbit holes of videos and, not the movie, although I do like the movie a lot. But I've been just learning. What got me on it is I saw a Facebook post of the telegraph messages back and forth between Titanic and all the ships. Starts off fine. Like, hey, we struck a berg, help. But as you read, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and it's long. I mean, because he got...
It sounds like an interesting read.
Oh, it's really fascinating. It's honestly, I'm no joke. It's honestly probably one of the scariest things I've ever read.
I don't doubt it.
Like, I was
especially
sitting
because
there,
it's real.
I was getting anxiety as I was reading it.
I don't doubt
I was literally
it.
sitting there, like to the point where I was on my break at work reading it, and my coworker said something, and I was like, huh? Like it had me. And then I just been obsessed with it lately, and even there's YouTube videos where some people have made CGI like mock-ups of real time the sinking. So 2.5, 3-hour videos.
That's crazy.
Of the real time, and when you watch it, you're just like the slowness of it, of how it happens. Because fun fact, we'll move on after this. The Titanic, a lot of people originally thought it had a 300-foot gash from the berg. It hit the berg and skidded for about 300 feet. But the hole itself was only about 11 feet wide. If it had been actually 300 feet long, the ship would have sank near instantly.
Yeah, for sure. That's a huge difference.
But it took it almost 2.5 hours, and just Titanic lore. That's not the right word, but Titanic lore is... Oh, it's fascinating. It's terrifying.
It is. I've watched a lot of videos about it. I'm really interested in it as well, but I've not been hyper fixated on it recently.
Also, it's supposedly going to be gone within 100 years.
Well, we will be dead by then, so that's all right.
Slowly getting compressed.
Oh, gosh. I don't doubt it. So much pressure.
Eaten away by bacteria.
Right. Okay, so into the topic we were going to talk about on this part.
You mentioned hyper obsessions. So
oh, no, that's fine. Well, we should have just had a topic on hyper obsessions.
Maybe we can do that next time.
We both hyper fixate on stuff, so I think...
Maybe we can do that next time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's actually a fun section.
Hyper obsession.
Maybe every other episode or something be like, what are you currently hyper obsessed with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that, yeah.
I wanted to do a brief video game talk, update on, because I finished a couple weeks ago Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
Did you play it at all or never played it?
I haven't played it. I'm waiting for it to come to PS4. Is it on PS4 yet?
Is it not?
I don't know.
I
haven't paid attention.
know. I haven't paid attention either. I have no idea.
So I could be just a big fool.
I guess look into it, though. You were talking about getting a PS5 this year, so you could just grab it on there.
We'll see.
It'll run better. That's for sure.
we will see how things go. I gotta
Well,
gotta get situated, settled in my new place.
I guess really quick just to mention it because we talked about it when it came out. It was a great game. I really enjoyed it quite a lot.
Politics aside,
You know, I think there's something interesting with that. Maybe this is dangerous territory to enter. You're talking about with J.K. Rowling and everything. Yeah, everything she said about trans people, and yeah, of course, I do not agree with anything that she has said. But
me either.
I just for anyone who doesn't want to play this game because of that, I just want to mention that I realized while playing it, there's a lot of trans characters in this game.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's real trans representation in this game. And just remember, like, J.K. Rowling didn't make this game. She's already mega rich. Any royalties she's getting from this game are changing nothing for her situation. But if you, and I know it's a little late for this conversation now because it's been out for so long, but I just really think the developers who made the game clearly tried to make it very inclusive and put a lot of love into it. And not playing it is hurting these people who actually worked on the game and tried to make it inclusive.
See, I think that's the thing that Potter fans get upset about, is because J.K. Rowling seemed to used to be very inclusive.
Yeah.
With how she talked about, the LGBT community and all that. And then for her to come out and do all that, it's very, counterintuitive to her point. So I get the people upset. I'm upset with it. But I still like Harry Potter.
I mean, I get it. It's just with something like, look, if J.K. Rowling wrote another Harry Potter book and put it out, I could totally understand saying, I'm not touching this.
Yeah.
Because that's all her. But J.K. Rowling did not create this game. There were hundreds, I don't know how many people, at least hundreds of people put a lot of effort into creating it.
And they just took elements from the book. I don't think she had any involvement with the game.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, obviously the point is that people say it's to cancel her, like don't give her any more money, which I understand where you're coming from, but you have to understand she's the richest author on the planet.
Even more than Stephen King?
Yes.
Wow.
She's
that makes sense.
She's the richest author alive, maybe the richest to ever live. I can't remember. A little royalties from this game are changing nothing about her situation. She does not care. I guarantee you. But the people who worked on it at the company do. I don't know. Okay.
It's not fair to the developers who spent a lot of time.
That's what I'm saying.
Put a lot of love and passion in probably 5, 6, 7 years.
And clearly tried to make it inclusive. They clearly don't agree with her.
I mean, yeah, and it's really when they're giving the option for trans, which they do, I think, right?
For your character?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about for your character. I just know, probably,
I'm pretty
but
sure
I just
they
know
do.
there are trans NPCs in the game who are, one at least is a really big part.
I think I've heard you can choose your character to be trans or even gender neutral.
Maybe.
Which is fine. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that really is just a big middle finger to the original. Like, oh yeah, you don't think that they exist in Hogwarts? Oh, well, I say they do.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it feels like she created the world, and of course, I'm always going to give her respect for that, no matter what she said, because she did create something incredible. But at this point, I don't even see it as hers anymore. It's become so famous and so big. Now she's saying crazy stuff like, okay, let other people have it and take this awesome thing you created and run with it. And you can go say your crazy stuff somewhere else.
I saw a meme one time, and after all that came out with her, and people were getting upset and wanting to boycott her stuff, which understandable. But I saw a meme, and it said, as an H.P. Lovecraft fan, you're just going to have to learn to hate your authors.
Dude, if any of you don't know about H.P. Lovecraft, and
his stuff is so good. His work is so good.
If you don't know what kind of person he is,
he's awful though.
When it comes to like, if you want to like not support somebody for who they are,
he is an awful person.
He is 1,000 times worse than J.K. Rowling.
Wormy little dude too. We had no room to talk about. He was married. He was super anti-Semitic. But
that's not even it. But yeah.
But he was also married to a Jewish woman.
Yeah.
And then constantly, I guess, gave her crap about it too.
He is not a good dude. But he is the perfect example of, can you separate the art from the artist?
And with him, unfortunately, his art's just really good.
With him, I can. He revolutionized, or
You ever
maybe
read
even
Call of
created.
Cthulhu?
I've been meaning to.
It's
I
really
haven't.
good.
He created basically a whole subgenre of horror, or maybe not created it, but he at least popularized it and made it what it is today. That is undeniable.
Have you ever gone down like the rabbit list of like his like all the beings in his universe?
I've looked briefly.
Man, some of them are really insane. Like Azathoth.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I just like saying that name.
He's a genius, and as a huge lover of Dark Souls and Elden Ring,
Oh yeah,
those games don't exist without H.P. Lovecraft. They just don't. I mean,
and so yeah, to your point, to that point, I think loving the art of Harry Potter, fine, but you're just gonna have to learn to hate the author.
I'm curious what's gonna happen.
Maybe
with,
not hate. I don't like to spread hate.
Distance yourself.
Distance yourself, or
I don't believe. This is getting too deep.
yeah.
I
we
don't
can move on
believe she
soon.
should be hated. I believe she should try to be educated.
Yes.
I don't like the canceling and hatred that immediately comes when someone says something controversial or what's problematic.
I think when that happens, maybe go away. But I think we need to educate these people rather than push people away. We need to educate them. Like so many people, they get pushed away, and it's because, and then they stay away because they think, oh, well,
Yes.
now I'm not included. Well, let's teach them. Some people
Exactly.
aren't going to want to learn, and you're just going to have to accept that. You're just going to have to accept some people aren't going to want to learn, and that sucks. But educate the people you can educate, and that'll make the world better.
I think there's a huge problem with canceling because it's just human nature. Like look at yourself and people that you know. When you alienate someone, even if their idea is fully wrong, when you alienate them, humans tend to like dig in. They tend to get stronger in their opinion. You cannot alienate. You need to try to educate. But that's we're in a
Yeah,
whole
we're going
different
a
topic.
little too deep. I want to stop this topic now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it off. I'm not the host today, but I'm gonna cut this topic off. We didn't mean to
I
get
was
that
done
deep.
as well anyway.
We didn't get
But
the meat. The ultimate point: J.K. Rowling sucks. So does H.P. Lovecraft, but their art is really good.
yeah, they created awesome things.
So back to video games. Did you have anything else you wanted to add about Harry Potter?
I did
Hogwarts
not.
Legacy?
I wanted to ask you if you've been playing anything.
I have been little bits here and there, just because again I've been busy with other things. But I've been playing Pokemon Violet still.
Perfect. That's going to lead directly into another topic we have.
Not the next one, with the one after.
But
that.
the next one after
last
that,
time.
yeah.
But and it's So do you want me to wait
Let's
until
save
then?
it. Let's save it because
So
I
yeah,
think it
that's
would be
what
great to compare.
I've been
Yeah.
playing that. Only reason I've been playing that is because all my other games are packed away. I packed away my PlayStations and Nintendos and all that.
Makes sense. All right, we'll talk about that more in our last topic.
Okay.